My name is Lidia Pauline, and I'm the general manager at Thrive Center. I oversee all the housing operations here. I am a first-generation Ukrainian refugee. We came in 1990, and we resettled in Spokane, Washington, and have been here ever since. How we got to Spokane, back in the former Soviet Union, they did not recognize the Christian church. We were persecuted for our faith. Anybody of the Christian faith could not get job opportunities, no summer vacations. Kids would be humiliated in the classroom. We couldn't even gather to come together to worship, and if we got caught, we were jailed. We actually left Ukraine in '89. All we knew is we were leaving Ukraine, and the goal was to get to America, but we didn't know when, how, on what means. We were allowed 2 suitcases per person, so anything we could fit into those 2 suitcases, that's what we took with us to start our new life. We actually stayed in refugee camps in Austria and Italy. And in Italy is where we met with the US Embassy, and they gave us refugee status there. And then they told us that we would be going to Spokane, Washington. We didn't know where that was, what it was gonna look like, but we ended up starting our lives here. Thrive International, our mission is to empower multicultural communities, not to just survive, but to thrive. We provide affordable housing, youth programs, women's programs, and classes that really focus on cultural integration into our communities. We want to be a community resource for all refugees, immigrants. We actually signed a 10-year lease on this building to hopefully continue to provide affordable housing to refugees. Mark Finney, who actually started Thrive International, he used to work at World Relief, and then he decided to start his own nonprofit, and then the war in Ukraine started.
The latest now in the war in Ukraine.
And staying with the war in Ukraine.
Now to the war in Ukraine.
A crime has been committed against Ukraine, and we demand just punishment. The crime was committed against the lives of our people.
We're going to take a look at that deepening refugee crisis.
And more than 2 million have left the country.
What happens to this huge volume of people that have been displaced?
There was this little girl, she was about the age that I was when I came to America. And I kept thinking, wow, like her parents just took this crazy journey. But this little girl, she was just sitting there, she was happy, and I'm thinking, they're creating such a beautiful life for her. I have been so amazed by Spokane. To see the way that our community has come together. We have a volunteer list that's probably a mile long. People just coming in and saying, how do we help? Where Thrive goes next and where our community, I feel like, should go next is really truly embracing all the new cultural diversity we have. Really focusing on affordable housing and where they can really put roots down. A lot of the people that we see here, they're actually business professionals. We have a lot of truck drivers, we have a lot of physicians, we have a lot of medical field type positions here. They had their entire lives established there, and now they have to start from square one. We were persecuted for our faith, but they're being persecuted for just existing. Home to me is actually not a physical location. To me, it was when we were all together, that's when it was home. We had our grand opening here a couple weeks ago, and I had a chance to sit down with a family, amazing family. They're from Ukraine. And she was telling me, she's like, it's so odd to live in a hotel. In our minds, we still have our hand in Ukraine. We're going back home. As the days and weeks went, she's like, we built this community within the walls of Thrive Center. And she's all, I'm so grateful because I feel like this is home now. Some people don't have anything to go back to. And so the fact that we can even help them feel like, hey, this is home, is exceptional.